MSB here, and it's time for some more MSBvP. Today we'll be in the game Hearthstone, and we'll be going through another arena match. So, let's get started. Okay. Yes, please take my money, thank you. Okay, so the three heroes that we have today, there's a Paladin, a Hunter, or a Druid. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Paladin here. The hero power can be nice, for sure. Okay, so Cold Leg Oracle, Angry Chicken, or Twilight Drake. While there are some better options with the Paladin, with the Angry Chicken, you know, you could like Blessing of Kings it, and then it's crazy. I'm not going to go for that. Twilight Drake is a very solid choice, so I'll be taking the Twilight Drake. Okay, Spiteful Smith, Ironfur Grizzly, or an Argent Protector. The Argent Protector is a fantastic troop for Arena, so definitely Argent Protector. Okay, Ironforge Rifleman, Dark Iron Dwarf, or True Silver Champion. We've definitely got to go with the True Silver Champion here. It has the opportunity to trade 2 for 1, and that's always very good in the arena as well. Okay, Alarmabot, a Blessed Champion, or a Monowraith. I'm going to go ahead and take the Blessed Champion. The Monowraith could actually be good because I could always put out troops for free with my hero power, but the Blessed Champion is definitely a kill card that can really do well, so we'll take that. Okay, so here we've got a Reckless Rocketeer, a Spellbreaker, or a Hand of Protection. Hand of Protection is absolutely amazing, and again, sort of gives you 2 for 1 potential. So I'm going to go with the Hand of Protection. Spellbreaker is also nice, but not as good. Okay, here we've got a Silvermoon Guardian, a Holy Light, or a Guardian of Kings. The Guardian of Kings is a bit expensive. It is a 5/6, which can be nice, but I'm going to go with the Silvermoon Guardian here. The Divine Shield on a 3 for 4 is pretty good. Okay, then we have a Dragonlane Mechanic, a Silvermoon Guardian, or a Redemption. I'm going to go with the Silvermoon Guardian again. We'll take the Divine Shield. That does combo exceptionally well with Blessed Champion, so we'll go with that. Okay, Raging Worgen, Gurubashi Berserker, or another True Silver Champion. I've got to go with another True Silver Champion here. My mana cost is a little bit high, but we'll work on that moving forward. Okay, so Blessing of Kings, Ancient Brewmaster, or Boulder Fist Ogre. I've already got a lot of 4-drops, so I'm going to actually go... I like the Blessing of Kings here, but I am going to go with a Boulder Fist Ogre just to make sure that I've got some late game punch. Okay, here we've got an Arcane Golem, a Murloc Tidecaller, or an Angry Chicken. I'm going to have to go with the Arcane Golem here. The Angry Chicken is hilarious, but I can't guarantee that I'll be able to buff it up. Okay, so we've got a Doomsayer, a Sea Giant, or Sword of Justice. The Sword of Justice is a great early game card, and it can really help swing the early game in your favor to the point where by the time a Sea Giant could come out, you could already be in such a good position that it doesn't matter. Okay, so here's a River Crocolisk, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, or a Young Dragonhawk. I'm taking the River Crocolisk because it's a 2/3 for 2 mana, and I want to shore up my early game. Okay, we've got a Corehound, a Cult Master, or a Hammer of Wrath. Definitely taking the Hammer of Wrath. Direct damage is great. There's the Reckless Rocketeer, the Holy Light, or the Light's Justice. I'm not going to take the Light's Justice because I've already got enough weapons between the 2 True Silver Champions and the 1 Sword of Justice. Holy Light can be nice to heal up either my Twilight Drake or my Boulder Fist Ogre, or myself. So I'm actually going to take the Holy Light this time. I want to reduce my mana cost on some of those cards. Okay, so here it's a Silvermoon Guardian, a Hammer of Wrath, or a Boulder Fist Ogre. I like the Boulder Fist Ogre, but we're halfway through, and I really like the Hammer of Wrath. The 3 damage and draw a card is fantastic, so I'm going to have to take that. Okay, so here we have Acolyte of Pain, Repentance, and a Dread Corsair. The Dread Corsair obviously works very well with my True Silver Champion, but I don't think that's worthwhile. There's the Repentance, which can definitely be good, especially if you play it late game. Or there's the Acolyte of Pain to try and get some card draw. I'm going to go with the Acolyte of Pain on this one. I want the extra card draw, to be honest. Okay, so here we've got a Reckless Rocketeer, a Leper Gnome, or a Boulder Fist Ogre. I'm going to go with the Leper Gnome on this one. I need to really start working on my early game cards. Boulder Fist Ogre is obviously great, but I just can't rely on it. Okay, so we've got a Shield Master, an Ogre Magi, or Mogashan Warden, all 4-drops, so no real choice here. The Ogre Magi will buff up my Holy Light and my 2 Hammer of Wraths. along with any other spells I happen to take, because obviously what I'd really hope for is like a Consecrate. So it's really between the Ogre Magi and the Shield Master. I'm going to go with the Ogre Magi on this one. I think that the +1 spell damage could be pretty darn good. Okay, so we've got an Elven Archer, a Redemption, or a Reckless Rocketeer. Boy, they love throwing 6-drops at me, don't they? Well, this is coming down to the Redemption or the Elven Archer. To be honest, I'm still want to shore up my early game troops, so I'm going to take an Elven Archer for that 1 damage. Okay, wow. So we've got Lay on Hands, Blood Knight, and Big Game Hunter. For Arena, an 8 cost, restore 8 health, draw 3 cards, I don't think it's worth it. To be honest, one of the things that a Paladin has difficulty with is late game cards. You either need an equality in order to kill something like, say, a Molten Giant or a Venture Co-Mercenary. So Big Game Hunter can actually help shore up that weakness, because I haven't gotten an equality as of yet. And basically without it, I just have to sort of eat whatever huge cost card they have. The Blood Knight is really good, which is sort of what I'm debating against. Lay on Hands is a little bit too expensive, so I'm going to actually go with the Big Game Hunter and hope I get a target for it. Okay, so here we have Ironforge Rifleman, another Hand of Protection, or an Acidic Swamp Ooze. I'm going to go with the Acidic Swamp Ooze on this one. It's a 2-drop, so it's sort of the cheaper of the options. And I've already got 1 Hand of Protection. I'm not sure if I want to start layering those, especially since I didn't take the Blood Knight. So Acidic Swamp Ooze there. Okay, so Stormwind Champion, Light's Justice, or an Ironbeak Owl. While I'd like to take the Ironbeak Owl for the silence, I am going to go with the Stormwind Champion. That can make the hero power very good in late game, so we'll go that way. Okay, so there's a Magma Rager, Repentance, or Lord of the Arena. I'm actually going to go with the Repentance here to try and take out, again, sort of that late game card, as I mentioned. Paladins have a hard time dealing with sort of late game cards, so you can kind of put out a Repentance at the end and see if that'll work. Okay, so we've got an Abusive Sergeant, a Redemption, or Blessing of Kings. I'm going to go with an Abusive Sergeant here because the +2 attack is very good. And then we've got a Frostwolf Grunt, a Booty Bay Bodyguard, or a Guardian of Kings. I'm going to take a Guardian of Kings here. I don't like the Booty Bay Bodyguard, and Frostwolf Grunt is just not thrilling. Okay, so 5 cards left. We've got an Ironfur Grizzly, another True Silver Champion, or another Holy Light. I'm going to go with another True Silver Champion on this one, actually. Okay, Humility. That's good. A Dread Corsair obviously pairs well with now my 3 True Silver Champions, but not good enough, in my opinion. So I'm going to take a Humility, but then my last 3 cards I'm not going to want to look for spells, I think. It's going to be more troops I need. Okay, so we've got an Argent Squire, a Fen Keeper, or a Thrallmar Farseeker. I'm going to pick up the Fen Creeper. That's a very good 5-drop, which I'm weak at, and can be very nice. Okay, so here we've got a Jungle Panther, a Hand of Protection, or a Blessing of Kings. Okay, so I'm going to be picking up a Hand of Protection here. I'm going to need to protect my early game cards because I just don't have many of them, and that should help me do it. Speaking of early game, so there's a Murloc Tidecaller, a Turlock with Mindcaller, an Imp Master, and a Mind Control tech. It's really between the Imp Master and the Mind Control tech. How many early game troops do I have? Abusive Sergeant, which you really wouldn't want to play. Elven Archer, Leopard Gnome, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 conditionals. So only 6 early game cards. More like 5 or 4 to be honest. So I feel like if there's a rush deck, I'll probably be rushed out pretty fast. So I'm going to take the Mind Control tech to try and reclaim some board control if I lose it. Well, we'll give that one a shot. So a little bit concerned about early game. Obviously I've got some decent late game cards like Blessing of Champion, Boulderfist Ogre, Stormwind Champion. So we'll see how we can do if we can maybe get out that Sword of Justice and maintain that early game board position. Okay, game number 6. So this deck ended up having problems with a Priest deck that had Shadow Form. It could just kill off the minions that I put out pretty easily, and I just couldn't get enough damage front-loaded to punish him for losing that healing ability. But, 4 wins, doing okay. Normally, early game is a bit difficult for this deck. but we'll see. Oh, priest. Okay. Okay, Sword of Justice. Holy Light. Okay, these are all late game cards. I'm throwing them all back. The Sword of Justice is not something you want to throw out as your first weapon, because that's just begging to be Acidic Swamp oozed. Okay. And the coin. Hopefully coining to the Silvermoon Guardian, I'm thinking. Oh, actually, you know what? I am going to coin to River Crocolisk, because that is great, and it's also a fantastic target for the Archon Protector. If he like throws out an Acidic Swamp Ooze or something, then I can easily just trade that off. Okay. Sort of an odd one, but I'll take it. So at this point, I'm just going to attack and get him ready for getting finished off by my Silverhand Recruit. Okay, and a Grizzly. Grizzly's going to turn into a 4-3, which is unfortunate. But now I am going to... Yes. I'm going to Ardent Protector. I want to make sure that I maintain this board position. So now I've got two 2/2s out, and he can't consecrate yet. Or, sorry, Holy Nova. I'm thinking Paladin, consecrate. Okay, Twilight Drake. That's fine, because I'm just going to Hammer of Wrath. Hammer of Wrath and draw a card. And then I'll swing in with that. And just take out that Swordsmith so he doesn't keep getting the use out of it. Next turn, hopefully Abusive Sergeant if something's good. And then... Oh, never mind. Okay, so we will... Let's go ahead and throw out our Fen Creeper. That's just sort of asking for Shadow Word Pain. But at this point I kind of have to deal with it, to be honest. Then I may have to do like an emergency True Silver Champion to kill it. Let's see if he has a Shadow Word Pain. No, he doesn't. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Now, Acidic Swamp Ooze. 4-2. Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do. A little bit painful. We'll True Silver Champion. We'll break the shield. We'll Abusive Sergeant the Fen Creeper. And also Hand of Protection it. And kill that off. So take 4 damage, but that was probably the most optimal way that I could ever see taking out one of those. Because Sunwalkers are notoriously difficult to destroy if you don't have silence. And another Sunwalker! What is this nonsense? Okay, and now he's a 4-4. He's just drawing the card, I think. Okay, that's fine if he wants to skip right by it. Okay, 2, that's fine. That's ridiculous. He got 2 Sunwalkers. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Obviously, I'm going to hold on to my Mind Control tech. I could Hammer of Wrath to kill this, and I think I'm going to have to be honest. I don't... You know, he's just going to hang on to that and keep healing it, so it's a bit annoying, but 3-4-2, I put myself ridiculously close to a Consecrate, but you know what? Okay, I gotta do it. Just in case he Holy Lights, I can't afford to leave this in his hand. Then yeah, I guess what I gotta do is I gotta pop it, and I'll knock him down to 1. Because you know, he'll probably heal it back up to 3. Worst case scenario, what he does is he Holy Novas and then heals it, and it's a 4-5 with Taunt, which I'm just not going to be able to get back around. Oh, that'd be terrible. Please don't have Holy Nova. That'd be like the absolute worst. But nothing else. I mean, double Sunwalker? That's ridiculous. Who gets double Sunwalker? Okay, well, at least no Holy Nova. That's fine. If you played out... okay. And that's fine. Go ahead and do 4 damage to me. But better than the alternative. Oh, that was odd. Why wouldn't you knife juggle and then... oh well. Okay, so a couple options here. I can... let's see, he's only got 3 and that makes me very angry. 4 damage. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 4 damage to this. And let's heal up. Then I am going to 3, 4, 5. This could go back up to a 6. I'm a bit concerned. You know, he's got 2 cards left in his hand. I've got to maintain my board presence here. So I am going to attack this off and then strike in and summon another troop. Here he could attack and then heal it. You know, attack and kill off, you know, like my ooze. Or not. I don't know what he's going to look to do then. I guess attack me. Okay. Attack that. Light spawn. Yeah, I'm not in a good place. I don't have any silences in this deck. Okay. 3, 4 doesn't do anything. Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to risk the Mind Control being the last card in his hand. I will take 5 damage, which is ridiculous. I'm down to 13. And then kill this off. Yeah, if he Mind Controls this, the game's over. I don't have any response at that point. Okay. An alarm bot. Oh, and now he gets the Holy Nova. Okay. Boy, he's really working that Oasis Snapjaw. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We've got to Acolyte of Pain because I need more cards in my hand. And then we are going to Divine Shield. We got to kill off the Alarm bot just to make sure. And then I will play out that minion. I could go with a Mind Control tech, but just in case he draws... okay, Thought Steal. He could get a couple of good cards from my deck. Yeah, Weapon. Ooh, that'd be good if he drew a true Silver Champion. Okay. I'll probably knock out the shield here. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so I've got to kill both of his creatures this turn. So, you know, sort of whatever the cost. 2, 3, I can't. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. I've only got 6. So what are we going to do here? Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a card. Okay. This is actually a great one to pull here, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Sword of Justice, and I'm going to attack and finish this off, and that allows me to finish off his Ogre with those 2 troops, and swing in for 6, and then play out another Divine Shield minion, and then I'll also do a Mind Control tech, because there's no chance that I'm getting that back, getting his power off, so just the fact that this buffs it up to a 4/4 makes it even better. Okay, Loot Hoarder. It's fine. Yeah, now he's in big trouble. Now I've got a fantastic board position, which he really made me work for, to be honest. Okay, yep, let's heal up. And then swing in, swing in, swing in, swing in, swing in. And then I will summon another minion. I got the big game hunter if he brings out anything too crazy. Okay, that's fine. Well played. Excellent. Well, whew, that was a pretty rough deck to face. To be honest, I was very surprised that made it in. Oh, and as a matter of courtesy, never play extra stuff when you're gonna win. Just win. It's so annoying when someone's like, "Ooh," and then I could arrow you, and I could big game hunter, and look all this other stuff. Just win the game. Anyway, really close. That double Sunwalker was ridiculous, and that Oasis Snapjaw just really cornered me. But I'm glad I went for the Acolyte of Pain to make that draw. Obviously, there was a lot of cards that I could have drawn. It didn't have to be the Sword of Justice. Sword of Justice just basically turned out to be the best option, but like I would have even, it would have been great to pull one of my 3 True Silver Champions, because I would have just attacked into the Ogre Magi, because I had some healing to back that up. So, excellent. Very nice game. Okay, so 6-3. Not too bad considering some of the cards that I wasn't able to get. Obviously, I did get some True Silver Champions, which were great, but no Consecrations, no Noble Sacrifices, no Aldar Peacekeepers. So basically, the deck was weak early game, and the deck can be late weak game. The weak game lateness is mostly just sort of an attribute of Paladin decks, because they don't have any sort of hard answers like Polymorph, Hex, Mind Control. There's just nothing that they've got that'll just lock something down without spending normally quite a few cards. But 6-3, not too bad. So let's see what we get. Okay, and the smoke clears, and we get 50 gold. Pack of cards, 20 gold, 55 dust, and another 20 gold. So all in all, 90 gold, 55 dust, pack of cards, not too shabby. Let's go ahead and open up that pack and see what we get. Okay. Mark of Nature, Deadly Shot, Wisp, and a Twilight Drake. Excellent. Okay, not bad at all. Well, obviously, if you like the content, please take the time to subscribe. And, as always, I'm MSB, wishing you good games and good times.